BBB's Give.org is proud of its network of trusted, accredited charities that are stepping up to the plate to serve during this unprecedented time. I'm Skyping today with Rene Gellerman, President and CEO, United Way Quad Cities, to talk about how her organization is stepping up to the challenge. How is United Way Quad Cities fulfilling its mission during this trying time?
What we've had to change is really more about the urgency of our approach. We haven't changed how we work. So what we have done is we've went out in the community, we've identified the gaps and needs in our community. We invest in those frontline nonprofits and mobilize the volunteers in a safe way to help the people that are in most need. And then we've been planning for the future and how are we going to recover and rebuild down the line.
Do you see the needs of your community and your network of charities changing in the coming months?
I do. What we've focused on up until now are those emergency needs like food and shelter and so forth. But I think as the federal funding from the CARES Act comes into our community through our cities and counties, that will shift to supporting longer term efforts, in particular in the areas of education, income, and health.
One silver lining during the crisis is strengthening collaboration among charities and across sectors. Mm-hmm. Please share how the United Way Quad Cities is collaborating during the COVID-19 outbreak.
Much like other communities, we've collaborated on fundraising. We've worked with our community foundation, other foundations, and our business sector and residents, and created a disaster relief fund immediately. We've raised about $1.5 million for that. Put another about $500,000 out in the community. We've collaborated on our data sharing to really identify those ways that we can be most effective with our money that we do invest in our efforts in the community. We have been partnering with our business sector and helping them connect their employees to some of the challenges in the community. We found that people really want to do something and make a difference, and so the United Way is well positioned to be able to do that. And then finally, I think a great example of collaboration that's a little unusual in that we've partnered with 13 school districts. We're in a bi-state area. We've partnered with those school districts to help reach the kids with the academic needs that they need to get through the school year. We found a lot of our students especially in our rural areas, don't have access to internet. Some don't have a computer. Some don't have a quiet place to study. So we're collaborating with those school districts and our media and providing classes on our local television stations to help inform and educate our kids during this period of time.
In a recent donor survey, we found that 50% intend to maintain their level of support and another 30% intend to give more. In fact, 48% of millennials and 61% of Gen Zers want to give more in 2020. For people who can and want to help, what is the best way to support your efforts?
Well, that is encouraging information for sure. The best way people can help is to give money, obviously, to volunteer. There are lots of needs out there that require just time and expertise and talent. And then I think one that gets lost sometimes is advocate. We have to do more as a community and as people to engage with our elected officials and advocate for the needs that really address some of the racial and economic disparities that are in our society today.
Is there something you wish the donating public would better understand about the impact of the COVID-19 outbreak on the charitable sector?
I hope that this situation has really shown a light on, number one, the importance of the nonprofit sector and our ability to address disaster and urgent needs for people who don't have the opportunities that others might have. So I hope that the public better understands the importance in investing in the operations and the infrastructure of our nonprofits.
Rene, I want to thank you for sharing your insights and for your great work.
Thank you, Art. It was a pleasure to be with you today.
COVID-19 reminds us of our collective interdependence and vulnerability. BBB's Give.org encourages you to stay close to the charities that you care about. This is a critical time for charities in our sector. And to find organizations that you can trust, go to give.org.